Good evening. Do not attempt to adjust your radio. We are Theory Thursday, and I think you know what that means.
Yes, and what it does mean is the fourth mode. Meet Lydian Gray.
Hello. How you doing?
You ready?
Yeah, totally.
Very interesting and fun-filled show we have for you. This is Lydian Gray. Now, before I get into who you are, we are brand new friends in the flesh, and what that means is that we've known each other for about 3 years, and he's finally here. Lydian, he travels the world. He's very well known in Mexico, Guatemala, Honduras. What's another country that you're doing?
El Salvador.
El Salvador.
Yeah. It's pretty wild down there. Really nice, you know.
Right on, man.
Lots of rock and roll.
Yeah, you know, Lydian, you're very, very cool. You're very, a little bit of an enigma. You know?
Right.
We're here from NAMM. Well, I guess, are we trying to play with the future on
We've
this
traveled.
episode?
We've time traveled actually. Today is March 1st.
Today is March 1st.
Yeah.
So, but actually,
this is the post-show, post-NAMM events. Lydian decided to take the train, stay with us here in San Diego, and we already are hung over.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'll speak for myself. But Jason, my beloved co-host, dude, how are you, man? I usually kind of went out of order.
Good, fine. Now I'm doing great, man. I'd just like to say thank you guys for watching. I also like to thank our sponsors, Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Ed, hi Ed, at HatterGuitarProducts.com, and also Guitar Tune-Up San Diego. Hi, Don. And SWR Video Productions.
Mr. Dave Wright.
Dave Wright. And those of you that have watched the NAMM episodes, you get to see the face-to-face with Dave Wright on that a lot. He's on camera quite a bit this time around.
And more importantly, the new editing phase that our show has taken, 43A and 43B, what very different episodes, and that's, you know, Mr. Dave Wright.
Yeah.
Putting it all together, spending a good better part of 4 days of his life making sure that all of us just
we had everything. We had everything. Yeah, it was an interesting excursion.
You got to learn a few things other than, I mean, I know it takes a lot to impress you, but that was your first NAMM.
Technically first NAMM. I've been to the one before. Yeah.
Well, okay.
And
then
it
you're
was
a
like
little
15
spoiled.
years ago.
Okay, so fine. It's your second
Or
NAMM.
10
You got
years
to
ago.
play in multiple booths.
This is the first time I got to play, so that is my first NAMM, I guess, my NAMM experience.
Your
commentated.
second first now.
Yes, my second first NAMM, yeah.
So we not
Yeah,
only
well,
our
what's cool
time-
is getting to meet everybody, like our sponsors, we know Don, he's here down in San Diego, but meeting Ed, meeting David Packhouse, and hanging out with, hey Moises, hey David.
Moises,
Yeah.
David. It was great meeting you guys.
Ed, Frank, awesome meeting you guys.
Everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't talk much with Frank, but we had a few words. I said hi to. He seems certainly like a guy I want to know.
Yeah.
You know? I think my nickname for Frank is Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla, those pedal boards were great. But anyway,
Yes.
let's get...
I know. Man, this is your show. We're supposed to be focusing on you. So yes, you're here. Like I said so strangely in the beginning that we've known each other about 3 years. The way we met was Ed Heisler. I think he signed me, and then a week later he signed you.
Yeah.
And then I sent Lydian a congratulations over the private messenger, because that's the kind of guy I am. And then ever since, we've had maintained a whole bunch of dialogue. Dude, so how are you enjoying San Diego so far?
Amazing, loving the place, meeting you, hanging out with you guys. It's been like really amazing, and thank you so very much for having me around here.
I very rarely let anyone in my house, and
thank you.
You were a very good guest. He's quiet. That does not matter. I'm just trying to be more cute than usual. I also I noticed a lot of really cool things, man. Especially like last night, you, Greg, and we hung out. We also hung out with Jake Nazier. We got to watch Jake play the second or the third set at the Who Undercover. That was fun.
Yeah, it was
so
really fun.
Lydia and I went over to Greg's house, a little pre-partying. I was videotaping them jam. That was really cool. And then we walked 2 blocks up the street to my family's former owned bar, Scolari's, which is called The Office now, and we watched a kick-ass Who set. Bart Mendoza was there. Andrew McCaig was there. I fucked up, and we came in like right when Andrew was finishing.
Oh, really?
So Andrew was sweaty. So if Andrew's sweating, you know that he was fucking
rocking
windmilling, right? I probably was anticipating some windmills that evening.
Yeah.
Anyways, we weren't there the whole time. Dude, can we talk about last night back at Greg's? There were some debacles.
Right.
What do we remember? You want to start?
Yeah, you start.
No, okay.
I'll follow you.
All I do is talk, Lydian. We want to hear him talk. He's got a cool voice. You say cool things, man. Go.
Okay.
Tell us about last night.
Just put him on the spot.
Actually, we had a very nice drive going to his house. We kind of got lost, right?
We did, yeah, with Chris.
Yeah.
Chris,
Is your Uber driver?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, but it was fun. So we got there.
And how did we find Greg? We went on
Oh,
Yelp.
because of the lions that he had in his house, right?
Yeah,
dogs.
the food
the front
dogs.
door
Yeah.
things, yeah.
So now I had to,
Those.
because we were doing circles, I was blowing it.
Yeah.
I had to go on Yelp and
Find the temple of the sacred string.
yes.
Yeah.
And that's where we hung out last night. And boy, every time I hang out there, it's a time warp. Before I knew it, it was 5 a.m. and Lydian went missing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was
We don't
missing,
need to
actually.
You didn't know you were missing. Jake and Greg and I thought he was missing.
But we actually, that's a funny story because it has happened to me like way many times. Like in Monterey, I was in Monterey last year, and we were at a party, and then it was just like one of my best friends from Argentina, Facundo. He's the ringmaster for Curious Cirque du Soleil.
Okay.
Whoa.
And actually, they just they just moved to Japan, and they're going to be there for like 18 months or something. So he was married. He was getting married, and he wanted me to play at the gig.
Cool.
So we were, after everything happened, it was the party and stuff. So it just kind of like it was like in this huge patio kind of thing, and I just like went away, and just like sat down on a table. And then I just like saw the grass, and I was like, "Wow, that looks so fresh." So I lay down, and I fell asleep. I wasn't drunk, but
So like
the
a
guy that-
serial. What I was trying to. We were talking about this earlier, so I was trying to give you more of an intelligent title there. He's a serial public sleeper.
Well,
Yes.
Okay. You're a public sleeper, yeah.
That's the thing,
Yeah.
definitely.
Notorious public sleeper.
Right? Yeah. So the guy that found me that night, he was just like taking pictures and stuff. So
We did the same thing at Greg's.
I know. But what's funny is like last night, actually, like I was like, usually when I go to the bathroom when I'm like that, and I just like lay down on the floor,
Yeah.
because it's like the cold and all that stuff, like like makes me feel like chill. But there, like the roads and everything, so you couldn't do that.
Yeah. Right.
So I went into the bathtub, and I just laid down there.
Sometimes that's the most comfortable place in the house.
Right.
It's nice and cool.
Yeah.
You got a nice,
So it was inspirational.
It was really warm this morning, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. But yeah, the
First
last
time I
night was amazing.
So you found him. He was in the.
We found
He was
him.
in the bathtub.
Yeah.
He was
They
sleeping
were
in the
looking
bathtub.
for me. So was Facundo.
Yeah,
I
Jake
love you.
and Greg, we were all a little concerned for a moment, and in fact, not that this concludes anything, but we sent Dave a video at about 4 a.m. Apparently, Jake and myself and Lydian and Greg were all hanging out in the kitchen. Greg's making us food. And what are we talking about? You after watching the video 3 times, I finally picked up on the fact that you were talking about Paul Stanley. But anyhow, I'm doing this video, and I'm trying to... I somehow decided that Dave needs to be a part of this conversation. Dave needs to know what's going on.
As he's in sleeping.
I know. I make this video, and Lydian's going off about Paul Stanley. I end up turning it to this perspective because Jake starts talking shit about me, so I get Jake involved, and it just seemed like the right thing to do.
Well, I mean, enough beers, anything early in the morning seems like the right thing to do.
Oh, yeah. I think that's probably what
Oh.
was like. I start hitting the absinthe, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
I
that'll
gotta
do
call Dave right now.
it. Yeah, because he's
So
not sleeping or anything at 4 in the morning.
like Green Fairies
normal.
going
I'm
around.
like, maybe. And it's like, Lydian's like, dude, send the video to Dave. He'll edit it right now.
right?
Because he just
wake
he's
him
just
up
like,
right
just
now.
like
He's just like-
that's what he's on. He's always on the editing. That's where he lives. He just puts a jack into his head and just
Right?
edits.
Like,
yeah.
Like that video in,
Yeah.
what was that? Judy Evolution? Pearl Jams?
Yeah.
It's just got like hooked up.
Yeah,
But
everyone's
man,
hooked
yeah,
up.
you're awesome, Dave. Thank you.
I'll second that.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Good work, man. That surprised me. I came home, and right when I heard a Fusebox video come on 43A, and so it was Jason and you and I were walking in the time lapse. I just thought that was brilliant.
Yeah, there's
I
fun
mean,
stuff.
I was
Right.
like, darn it, I want this on every episode now. So, but I don't know. Maybe you could just loop that footage. It just makes every episode look rad. Anyhow. Let's talk about your guitar. You play Ibanez's. You're photographed a lot, and you take some fantastic photos. I mean, anything from that Budweiser commercial. Did you see the Budweiser commercial
Yeah,
of him
it's true.
freaking breaking a guitar over a big thing of ice? It's incredible.
Yeah, that was really fun.
How would you look that up if our viewers want to say, what is he talking about? Budweiser commercial? Breaking guitars over ice? It's Lydian Gray. How would you find that?
Lydian Gray Metallica, you can find it on YouTube. Because actually that was the promotional
That was a promotional
video
for Metallica?
they did for the Metallica show.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it was
Wow,
really
that-
it was nice, and that gave me, like this, well, I love Ibanez since day one. I know, I'm a huge Steve Vai fan.
I saw you take
And
some
Paul
pictures.
Stanley fan too, so Ibanez.
Those are some great idols to have, man. They really are.
Yeah,
Wow,
definitely.
this is a prestige. You got really. I've never seen these kinds of shark inlays before.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
I think they're good, like ghost shark
Could
inlays.
you go over here and let Dave do a zoom? These are very interesting on the prestige. I mean, you Ibanez guys out there, I'm sure that's no news to you, but we get a lot of different guitars in here, and we like to describe certain aesthetics. And wow, now that I'm looking at it, we got a beautiful sparkle.
Yeah.
I guess metallic.
It's the Galaxy Black, yeah.
The Galaxy Black, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's what it is.
And is this outfitted with our beloved sponsor, Mad
Yes.
Hatter? It's Mad Hatter.
Hatter guitar.
Totally Mad Hatter.
That's
It's
the
Mad Hatter.
Terminator system.
The Terminator
You
system,
can
yeah.
feel the quality of these pots right here, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, I'm so fond of how taut these feel. They
Yeah.
feel
Sturdy.
They're sturdy. Yes, they're
Yeah,
American.
like they're really smooth, but they're solid, so that's really nice. So yeah, that he has. Ed actually installed a system here. He went to Illinois last year. He was like traveling with the Gene Blossoms,
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's totally good friends with the guitar player. of that band.
Yes, Jesse. And so I brought the guitar. Yeah, you know, he just installed it. You know,
Ed,
that was really
this
nice.
we'll get to this one eventually.
Definitely. This is
But,
beautiful, man. I love that guitar.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's a fun one to play. I just was going for new sounds. And speaking of it, did you guys like that drum beat? That was a really, really cool drum beat. This is
Say
a
hi
vintage
to-
kit demo. Listen to the grooves of this, guys.
Say hi to Jeff, everybody.
So, it's a little quieter than usual. Should I boost it here, or?
Yeah, if it's quiet, if you need it loud.
Kind of sounds like Jake.
Oh boy, did you hear that, Jake?
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah. So I don't know. We can just use this beat again.
Sure.
Why not?
Different style? What do you want? Sounds good. Give me a key.
Give me a key, any key, any key. I kind
Any key.
of either follow that, or I kind of liked what you were doing with Ego.
With you that? I don't know.
Whatever.
That's an A. I like the E.
All right. There you go.
I like to go with doing some diminished.
Right? They sounded really
It was
cool.
almost a little relative to the first jam we were doing. It could have gone Lydian, but we kept it more centered around.
Well, it went Lydian. By
Right.
default.
It went Lydian by default. Yes, that's what's interesting.
You pulled into
Yeah,
it.
that was a good example of your round peg or square.
Square pegs and round holes.
Yes.
When you started doing the drum change, I started subdividing on the
Strange. Yeah. I can't help myself.
yeah. So I start off
You get weird too.
too. I do. I can get weird. I like to get weird. Very weird.
We're getting weird.
It's
So
always with you.
you guys out there, we are time traveling, but I still care about what you're thinking. I know Lydian does. We're trying to say hello. That wonderful Patreon account. That if you
Yes.
like what you're seeing, and because we do guarantee and deliver quality content here, so that Patreon account.
Allegedly.
For $1 a month, you what, 25 cents an episode. If you're feeling like you want to help us out, we appreciate it.
We do very much. It's about you guys too.
Yeah, this is the whole reason why it looks the way it is and what we're doing is because of our viewers. So, in the idea that we can make it bigger and better to our knowledge, like having our own NAMM booth next year. Now that would be, that's something, right?
Yeah, that'll be really nice.
Well,
We're actually moving around like a lot.
Yeah.
I
kind of like that.
Back
Oh,
then.
being
and
mobile?
Mobile was kind of cool.
A few things worked out, we, like leaving, thanks Ed for letting us store our shit and your
Yeah.
booth.
Yeah. Thanks for letting us take over your booth for.
Yeah, it was that was exciting.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us, I think we kind of knew what to expect, but I like the variety
Yeah.
of jamming going on.
They get
It was
that
really,
too.
yeah, it gave, a way more, a wider experience probably for
Yeah.
the people,
Yeah.
And plus, if they were not using like the Hatter guitars, like the
I
systems.
love that
They could
guitar.
see. Yeah,
You
that
could
was
totally
great. I got to play it
feel the
right after I
difference,
did the
yeah.
bass thing. I was like,
I
Ed,
know.
let me check that out.
I want one of those.
It's like that thing was
I
right.
love the shape.
It felt
I
good though.
love
It
the
felt.
sound
It
of
felt
it.
like. You go for a bend and
It's
there,
there.
dude.
Yeah.
It's like, oh
Yeah.
jeez.
I didn't
Yeah.
ask enough questions about. Ed likes to remain an enigma. He doesn't. We don't need to know where he's sourcing his shit. He just gets the good stuff, and we're gonna play it, and that's where we need to be. But you said something cool, and it reminded me of my good friend. Want to call it Alexander Fledger. He sent me a nice text and said, "Man, I really, really," another nod to you, Dave. I really appreciated those when we're walking and the fuse box music comes in. And we're in time lapse, and he's in sales. And he's like, "That's really good marketing, Mike. Good for you." And more importantly, he said he felt like he was there with us.
Yeah.
So that's special for you guys. But it's hard to get to NAMM. Jason Cooper was scrambling at the last couple days trying to get in, and he pulled it off. You see it in 43B, where I talked to him about it, and he there was this nice Chinese company that gave him a pass, and I'm a little mouthy. I'm like, well, who are they? What did they
He
make?
didn't know, but he didn't know much about it, but it was cool. Yeah, it's ways. I was trying to get Dylan and Hope pass in it on Sunday, but I knew that was impossible. I said, next year, because I know Dylan was gonna want to be there because she was very curious.
When you're an established company,
Yeah.
and not to mention, we also fall in a category of the media personnel.
Yeah.
That's a different category. If we had those badges, we wouldn't have been choked up on
Getting the
Saturday.
gear in
Yeah.
and getting the.
That was a little frightening.
Yeah.
And then for once, I'm the calm one.
Yeah.
You two were.
No, I was
kinda like,
calm. I was calm. Like,
Yeah,
no.
Dave was getting a little.
Yeah, I was getting a little.
Better let me in
irritated.
here.
It's like, I want to go through all this stuff. Well,
Can't leave.
everybody's got a job to do. Like I said, they just got to do their job. We're gonna find someone who's not doing their job very well,
We found
and then we found them, and that's how we exited the thing. So that's always, there's all kinds of people, man. You just got to find the right one to work with.
keep talking.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Totally right.
What did you like? Like,
I like the whole experience. I mean, I think just
what
hanging
stuck out to you? I mean, all of your
over
jams,
everything else.
You got to jam
yeah,
in 3 different booths.
Yeah, the jams. I mean, that was really cool. I mean, that obviously
More
is
than
the.
me. It's
Yeah.
an asshole right here.
Well, I just did one more demo. No, I did. I also did Ed's too. I
Hey
did
man,
that thing too.
It's good.
But,
Proud of you.
But no, I mean, I think the playing is fun. But I think just like, kind of just walking around and seeing, what everyone has to offer.
B-listers?
no, I kind of want the random B-listers is always good too, but no, because I mean we're like what D? I don't even think E, maybe E.
Hall D or D or list?
We are D-listers.
We're working it. We're
E-listers.
yeah. If you want
I
to,
don't even think F-listers, flisters.
if that's funny.
Flisters. But no, I enjoyed kind of like looking at some of the smaller companies, smaller pedal companies, and checking out what they had, like the other guys next to at the Death by Audio people. Those
dudes
were great.
are
Yeah,
rad.
that was really cool stuff right there, and you know, just the camaraderie with this guy right here.
I
and-
actually got you a sticker, Jason.
Yeah,
Death by Audio.
that's cool.
These guys were really cool, man.
Yeah.
These guys, I'll put it to you guys like this. Their reverb pedal has fuzz in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's for you.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
it's just
Thanks.
maybe. I don't know. When is our Theory Thursday toilet paper coming out?
With your face on it, with your tongue. Yeah, still working on the graphic for that. It should be available. That is also going to be one of the bonuses you get once we put our whole channel together, and one of our premium members will be getting those kind of things plus lessons too. So
We
yeah.
have a spoof reel that will make you.
Yeah, and that will
laugh.
also only be available to
Actually,
our
right?
premium subscribers. So
Yeah, I guess while we're talking about it, let's conclude that a little bit. We want there's going to be a few different platforms for sale through
yeah,
Theory
there's
Thursday.
merchandise and also we're working on stuff. For the brainstorm, it's still coming out. We'll let you know as time goes on what we have coming out. You know, so let's get back to Lydian and let's see. So what Mike was asking you, you're playing all over the world, basically. You know, what is your experiences like doing that? Like, because you're based out of Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Outside of Chicago.
I think I was in your ear all last night about that.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm
Yeah.
like, what did you do there? And
Yeah.
who do you know there? Where'd you park your car?
Nice.
How many guitars do you keep there? I was just like, dude, just come along and see for yourselves. That's what you said.
Yeah. Totally. Well, you know, it's really fun, you know,
Yeah.
to be able to do this, you know. Actually, well, that was the dream. Sometimes you complain about it, you know, like, oh my God, I'm so tired, or the drag of, you know, like I have to move this and that. But in the end, that's what we wanted to do. So it's really, really
That's
nice.
the ultimate
People
goal.
are amazing, you know, when you get that connection with the audience as a musician, it's really, really strong and important, you know, inspiring.
Yeah.
And, you know, I love to play live, you know, and have that experience, because that way you get the chance to know them, and
You get to share that experience right
Exactly.
there in that moment. Yeah,
Exactly,
it's
you
that
know.
it's that moment, you know, when you're on
It's
stage and
totally-
you're making connection with that many.
it's
And
totally great, you know,
it
it's
seems like-
crazy.
Seems like the audiences in South America and stuff really are
Very
good.
receptive.
Yeah.
really good, very respectful, very into the music itself. You know, it
They
seems like
are.
all the you know.
There's still parts of the world that treat musicians like superheroes.
Yeah, or you know, that with respect that they that they
You know
deserve.
that culture, that his music is just so beloved. It's like,
Yeah.
it's food. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
they take
totally.
it very seriously. You know, in this country, since we're such a high facilitator of so many industries,
It depends on the city.
Some
it
of
depends
our-
on the on
we live differently, and it's
Yeah.
okay. But it would be kind of cool if the music industry was a little bit more robust here. You know, well, technically, we live in a industrialist town. You know, this is a sleepy little military town we live in, housed by some of the best guitar players in the world. Though,
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. Is that a true statement? I don't know.
Well,
You know what I mean, I like saying
with,
a lot
with
of
the
arbitrary
exception
things.
of you, but yes, there's the thoughts of you know, but yeah, for sure, but yeah, there's a lot of.
I just want to talk to the best guitar players.
Yeah.
You know, I've already hung up my. I don't know. I want to
Nah.
start selling. No self-deprecating comments on this.
We do. It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, but you know, it's been really great. You know, Guatemala City is like super amazing, and people are so friendly, and you know, actually, I started even getting like every gig. You know, like people would come to the gig with gifts and stuff for
Holy.
me. You know, like
What?
I have this huge Joker painting that they brought to me.
That's right. You like.
Yes,
You
yeah, I
fancy the
love
Joker
it.
graphics
Yeah.
a little bit. He has this really neat picture of a face replacement.
Oh, really?
True.
Oh,
yeah, I can send that one. Yeah,
That would
I'll
be
send
good
that
for
one
the-
to you.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I'll send
Yeah.
you that one.
I didn't mean to regress.
And
derail them.
you know,
Derail.
like
Yeah.
glasses with my logo, you know, like carved in them, you know,
cool.
or
Really?
I have this like
Speaking of,
jade
look at the T-shirt.
chest.
Continue.
Yeah.
and it's like,
Wow.
A jade chessboard?
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow.
that's really nice.
Who gave you that?
It's a friend of mine. His name is oh my god, what's his name?
Well, it's,
Oh,
you probably
God.
shouldn't give him his name, but
Right.
Yeah.
So this is one of Lydian's shirts. This is the Infected Lazarus graphic. I think it's really cool. We were talking a little bit last night about or today actually, what Infected Lazarus means. Can you clue our audience in a little
Leprosy?
bit?
Yeah.
Well, like, you know, that you're, the way that you decided to use this phrase, right?
Yeah. The art was made by this friend of mine too. His name is Bogner, and he's very, very, very great at doing this. He's actually doing like tattooing now.
Yeah.
You know, he's such a great artist. But the main idea of the whole concept, it's like the two words, which, you know, like you can, like, inflict it. What's infliction? You know, like you inflict pain or whatever. And Lazarus, here it represents a symbol, which is death
A rebirth.
and rebirth.
Yeah.
You know, so inflicted Lazarus means that, okay, if you want to be Lazarus, you have to die and then you have to be
back, yeah.
reborn, right? So inflicted means that ourselves, you know, like, we make ourselves go through hell or come back.
Yeah.
You know?
That was a very deep conversation that we had earlier. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Right. So the thing is, you know, like, if you go into, you know, like, if you decide how things affect your life, you know, you can just, like, be so sad because of something, or just take it differently and face it differently that way. So when you go, like, pretty much in my case, you know, I went through a whole depression and stuff after my father died, and I realized that the only one that could bring me back up was just myself. There was no chance for anything, you know. So if you see the whole picture there, you know, like, you can see this guy's dying, but this is like his bigger him, you know, like this his outer
avatar,
him.
yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
And you
what's
have
going on with
this-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the circle, which also is like the Ouroboros.
Oh, yeah. Should I show there's a really neat graphic on the back?
Yeah, that's the logo actually.
So that's Lydian.
That was made by Borky. He's another great artist too.
Oh, yeah.
Is it straight enough?
Ouroboros?
There's no butt crack going on, is there?
No. Yeah, so you have the Ouroboros here, which
Yeah.
represents, you know, like the cycle.
Snake eating itself, a rebirth, constant.
It's evolution, right? And
Ouroboros.
then you have the
The
Yeah.
Eye of Ra, right? Is that,
yes, which and you can get the L, and in
Yeah.
the negative you
Yeah.
can get the G.
Gotcha.
So this is pretty much, you know, like, everything is inside, you know,
Yeah.
our
Good.
mind.
Inside
Yes.
out through. That's
So
pretty
you
cool.
see that circle here represented, you know, like with
Inside there,
leaves
yeah.
and
I
stuff
got
like
it,
that, like nature. So it's a cycle,
Cool.
you know. And there have been, you know, like, some misunderstandings, like the horns, and people saying, like, oh, this is too satanic or something. And I go, like, that doesn't have anything to do
But,
with it at all.
Yeah.
I personally like the ambiguity of it. I think it on face value, it looks aggressive, so that's typically, like, you know, I like a lot of
It's metal,
images.
right?
It's
It's metal.
It's metal.
It's metal
But,
it's metal with a heart,
Exactly.
right?
Metal
Is that-
heart.
it's metal
Fair
heart.
enough.
Steel heart,
Yeah,
man.
steel-
That's great, Lydia.
Yeah,
Seriously,
so that's pretty
But
much
I like the
whole-
symbolism. I like the symbolism in your logo too. It's very cool. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
and
Big fan of the Ouroboros. Yeah, that's very.
Yeah, and you can get it here, right?
Yeah.
With the nature.
I see it there.
representing nature. So it's in our nature to bring us back up every time. So that's pretty much the whole concept on this art, pretty much.
wonderful. And
Well, thank you for wearing it.
my pleasure. No, it's great. It fits perfectly in my fashion. So, but it is an album, and right?
Yeah, I'm working, actually, three albums I'm working on right now. It's this one, Inflicted Lazarus, which is more, well, it's metalish, but it's, like, stronger than the other ones. And I'm working on the Psycho Pisces, which is a different theme, you know.
Okay.
And the duality of Pisces, you know, like the yin and yang thing.
Yeah.
And the other one is Masquerade,
There you go.
which is, yeah. And that's it's another thing, you know, because I wear masks and stuff, you know, on that album, and on the show and all
Yeah.
that stuff, representing, you know, like, we all wear a mask, you know, And the only reality we have is when we close our eyes. That blackness inside, that's the only reality. We don't know if we're just like sitting down, you know, with a straight jacket, imagining that we are here.
It was the first picture I ever saw of you. I think you had one of these masks on.
Yeah.
And you had the big Indian.
Yes, the
it's
headdress.
incredible. And he's just kind of like, are you hanging out in a chair or something?
Yeah. I have like this set up in the house, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You know?
Yeah, it was really cool. And then I was like, wow, who's this dude, you know? And then, I remember learning about you before you got signed, and I'm like, holy shit, this guy's on the same company as me. I think that's what delivered the, I'm going to reach out to him and say what's up, you know?
Right.
See what this guy's all
it
about.
was best click ever.
One of the best bromances I've ever started.
Right?
What is our silly joke? Man crush Monday on a Thursday?
Man crush Monday on a Thursday.
However,
sure.
we're time traveling right now.
We're time traveling, yes.
We're in and out of
let's say it's
March 1st, Thursday, and then we're also
Like
Tuesday.
It's actually Tuesday, 30th.
It's the third, yeah.
Maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, right? That's
Yeah.
true.
So, you know, I don't mean to change the subject too much, but we have a studio session to attend with Lance Lefebvre and Dusty. Also in the future,
Yes.
on the 1st of March.
In the past. Actually, we have to time travel back to the past here pretty soon.
So-
yeah.
Oh my god,
You
if
know,
I'm driving that time machine,
I know, we got
we're gonna end up like hanging out with
like a T-Rex.
T-Rex or something like that.
That's,
Mark Anthony.
Wow, now that's really saying something.
Yeah, we might punch the wrong numbers in.
You having fun?
Yeah, definitely.
We're time to play, and I
Yeah.
think we're gonna probably
Have to
conclude
close out the show.
Close out the show. So,
All right, well, let's see how can people get a hold of you? Look at your stuff, Lydian. How do we get you? There's the clapper.
I guess you could. Well, the clapper won't work when you have this kind of ambiance.
All right, well,
when you
kill that
turn it
for a
off.
second.
Looks good.
Yeah. Hey.
No.
What?
Well, you just gotta give it two. Oh, see, it's. No. You gotta pay attention to it. Now just go once, twice. There you go.
So,
And
how do people find your stuff,
Wow.
Lydian? You know,
Sorry?
How will people locate you
Oh, okay.
to find your music, find your playing? LydianGray.com. What do you have there?
I'm working on the webpage right
and
now,
then
so I think it's gonna be,
best way Facebook, maybe?
Yeah, the page there is like Lydian Gray, and there's this other one which is Lydian Gray Metal Delusion.
Okay.
So that there you can.
And I'll
find
put those
me.
in the links too on the show, so we'll get that
Thank you.
down.
Yeah, on
and get all
Instagram
those.
too.
Instagram.
Lydian Gray,
There you go.
and yeah, well, pretty much. Oh, YouTube.
Anything?
you know.
Yeah, YouTube. Obviously YouTube. And then anything on SoundCloud? Anything going?
Yes, SoundCloud, same thing, Lydian Gray, and Bandcamp. I think.
Bandcamp too.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. We'll find all those and put those in the,
All
in the
right.
body of the comment section.
Before we go, I want to give us.
We have
boys
gifts. It's
at
kind of a
3:30.
tradition.
God, that's
We have stuff. You
We
know.
got you a. I think you were medium. You seem like a slender man.
Yeah, thank you.
There's
Oh my
a
God.
T-shirt
Thanks.
and our strings. These are. I know that you like 9-gauge, but these are 10s.
Great.
That's
It's
okay.
good for 8-string. I also play 8-string.
Oh, there you go. You can mix those in.
Here's
Cool.
some
totally.
picks. Since Lydia and I know I'm sweaty and I took all the powder off them already for you, but Lydia and I both endorse Mad Hatter guitar products, and proudly we both like using the same purple pick. So that's cool. We use the same
right?
shit, man.
Right? So cool.
So
Yeah. So I guess that's it for this week's show.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for watching. Again, like to thank
you-
our sponsors.
You know, it's funny. I can't even announce who's next because I haven't done.
We don't
any
know.
booking.
We don't know. We don't know yet.
We're gonna
T-Rex.
Yeah, T-Rex will be next. Yeah,
That's
The
funny.
T-Rex, followed by Genghis Khan, and yeah. So thanks for watching, guys. Always go to our YouTube channel, hit like, share, and subscribe if you feel it necessary. Also, hit that Patreon account if you can. We really appreciate it and really need it. Also, thank our sponsors: Singular Sound Beat Buddy, Kurt Mangan Strings, Mad Hatter Guitar Products, and Guitar Tune Up San Diego. SWR Video Productions. I'm Jason Thomas. That is MikeRuggirello. And thank you so much for being here, Lydian. We're really
Thank you so
excited
much,
to have
guys.
you here. And that'll do it. TheoryThursday.com, ladies and gentlemen. TheoryThursday.com. All right, let's hit it out.
That's the Phil Collins. Maybe not.
That is not a good one. That was almost like.
I'm just trying to do the most different stuff that we haven't played yet. There's these. Here, wait, let's do a ballad. How about ballad 6 on bonus ballad? You don't know ballad?
No, it's fine. I don't know, man. Okay. We go A.
Actually, if you guys want to hear rock, we can just rock for you.
Let's just rock out. What do you want to do? A?
Yeah, A.
A.